A high-profile symbol of the government's latest squeeze on Russia. Roman Abramovich owns Chelsea is now a club in crisis. Significant cultural asset it may be, but it has not escaped the ramifications of the latest round of sanctions.
When you look at what is happening in Ukraine and you look at the casual rejection of every norm of civilized behaviour in bombing a maternity hospital, I think people in this country can see that people connected to the Putin regime need to be sanctioned, and that's what we're doing.
The government acted this morning describing Abramovich as a pro-Kremlin oligarch with a close, decades-long relationship with Vladimir Putin. He's accused of being handed substantial concessions, including contracts around Russia's World Cup in 2018. Abramovich's money transformed Chelsea, but from today, new ticket sales are banned, likewise the sale of merchandise. There's a limit on what Chelsea can now spend, and for the time being, the sale of the club is effectively on hold. Telecoms company Three have suspended their deal and want their name removed from shirts and elsewhere around the ground.
Chelsea Football Club have lost more money in the history of the Premier League than any other. And those losses have been underwritten historically by Roman Abramovich. So I think there would perhaps be a concern that how's the future wage bills and the overheads, how are those going to be funded?
As well as Abramovich, those newly sanctioned include Oleg Deripaska, worth an estimated £2 billion, plus the chairs at two of Russia's big banks, and the chief executives of oil and energy giants Rosneft and Gazprom. President Putin, discussing sanctions with his cabinet today, said, "As for those countries that are taking unfriendly steps towards our country, the economy, we are well aware that they are calling on their citizens to pull in their belts, dress warmer, and point to the sanctions that they are imposing against us as the reasons for their worsening situation." When Abramovich bought Chelsea in 2003, it was a landmark moment for the club and for football. Today's date is as significant, but for very different reasons. Steve Scott, ITV News.